my Instagram stuff, so
Gotcha.
it's simple.
Cool. All right.
Let me open it. He opened it. You know, it's good.
All right. Cool. So Cecelia J, welcome to Lenny TV. And you know my boy, he about to come up with a name soon. I know he's gonna work on this. Coming.
I got the name coming for y'all soon. I have all the interviews, all the Delaware pop culture.
Okay.
Yep.
So I remember the first time I probably seen you. You probably didn't recognize me, but you were singing with Abe, and you know you guys were singing Music Soul Child songs, a couple of songs. It was so good though. You did an extremely great job. You had a soulful voice. How was it performing with Abe that day when he had his first show?
Abe's show, I was so proud of him because it's been like a long time coming. So we got our start with Naja, like singing background vocals for her, but I know Abe always wanted to go into like his own solo career, so kind of like to see him branch out and see him do his own thing. It was good to see that as a whole, and him just really be in his element and like really just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's Abe. Anyway.
You said you were a backup singer. How did you get into singing for Naja?
So we.
Where did that opportunity come from for you?
So we all went to middle school. So we all grew up in Delaware, went to Gun and Bedford together or whatever, and like just stayed in contact throughout the years, throughout like high school and college years, and then back in the day, I had a blog. It was called. I think I called it Cecelia J Style or whatever, and I did these things called, I forget the name. It was like I Support You Saturdays or whatever. So I did like features or like people that I supported like in business and or like artistry or like somebody who was like up and coming. And I just wanted to like show them love or whatever or support. And so like I reached out to Naj because I was like, we cool, you know. I want to like show her some love or whatever. So I reached out to her, did a whole like article on her and like her background and everything, and then like we kind of just kept in contact with her, and she was like, yeah, so I'm looking for another background singer, and it kind of like started from there.
Okay.
Did you have a chance to meet Andre Day at the Clifford Brown Festival?
I did.
How
so
was that?
it was
How was
cool. Like here's the thing, I don't feel like I don't ever get starstruck because to me like these are just regular people. So like anytime. Like we've even met Kindred and the Family Soul. Like actually took pictures with them. Like was in their dressing room when we opened for them at the Queen. Like I don't get starstruck because it's like they're just regular people that are just sharing their gift, and you know Andre Day is really down to earth. Like she like I think if anything she would probably like blend in with somebody else because she's not like Hollywood or whatever. Right. So. It was pretty cool to meet her and like just like had an experience.
So would you say you look up to her like in your singing style?
My singing style.
Like, what do you like to sing most? Soul, like R&B?
I would say R&B, soul.
Okay.
Like honestly, like Jill Scott is like my idol. So like any. So like if I were to ever like do an open mic or something like back in the day, like all of the singers like. What's her song? Is It the Way? Like
okay,
that's my favorite song. Who else do I like? Eric Badu. Definitely, this is group called King. It's a trio, all girl group. I'm really into them. Solange, you know, soulful stuff. So yeah.
Wow, and you know, going back to meeting Andre Day, when you watch her show. Like were you like breathtaking? Because I'm gonna get into like Naja and everything too, and like you performing with her. Mm-hmm. But when you watched Andre Day's show, like how did you feel? Because when I was watching it, I was like my goosebumps is all over.
Yeah. Same here. I feel like anytime I watch somebody's shows, I'm always looking from like the aspect of like what can I learn from them, so that like when I sing or whatever it may be, like in another show, like I take like bits and pieces, and I was like, yo. Like, she hasn't hit, like, a sour note yet, like, you know what I'm saying? So, Andre Day, like, it's just, like, I don't know, I was really impressed, and, like, for her to have so much power in her voice, and she be so small, like, I guess, I feel like it kind of, like, adds to, like, never judge a book by its cover or whatever, but, like, she really, she put on, like, a phenomenal show, and it was just, like, wow, like, she really had it rocking out there, so.
So let me ask you, I'm going to jump into the hard questions for you. Do music coming out from? Do we have anything away? Are you in the studio working?
Yeah, so I'm actually working on a couple of things right now.
Okay.
I'm working on I'm working on a cover. Everybody's pushing for me to do an EP and everything, so I don't know. That might be the next move. We'll see. But I'm doing a cover right now, and then I also have like a song that I wrote that I'm working on as well. So
you write your own music?
Yeah. Listen.
Okay.
I don't even want to say I'm a writer, but I got a little penmanship.
Okay. You got a little penmanship.
Just a little.
Just
got a little skill.
I hear you.
Just a little skill.
Okay. Definitely. When did you start writing or using your penmanship?
Last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday? Yeah, alright, so we new to it. You gotta start somewhere though.
It's like, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I really, like, in the song that I'm writing now, I'm really just taking from experiences that I've gone through in the last few years of life, and just using that as a source of inspiration, and just more or less just being true to me and what I know. And I feel like in music, that's what you have to do anyway, or like anytime you do artistry, like you need to be true to who you are, because if you're not, then people pick up on that. Like if it's fake, like that's the first thing people will see. Like that's not the life they live. That's not who they truly are. You know. So yeah.
I went to I guess it was an open mic or that night, and I watched you perform. And I love the long runs you had. And you kept going and going. Now was that considered like neo soul or like R&B type of thing, a blues type of thing? What was that? But I really love
that was
jazz.
That was jazz. Yeah. So I did the song that I did that night was dang. I can't believe I ain't mentioned them. I really love Layla Hathaway.
Okay.
And so Layla Hathaway did a cover of Sade's song, Cherish the Day. Yeah. And it was off of Robert Glasper's album or whatever. So I love that song. So that's what that was. And that Robert Glasper is a jazz pianist. And he's more like, but he's like new school jazz, or I guess you could say. Like it's more so like R&B, like more neo soul type that he does. But it's really like, it's like a groove, I guess you could say. Yeah.
So you like to find music that you can vibe to, that you can groove to.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I don't always find myself attracted to like the like whatever's like hot. Like I will literally go on iTunes and like the cool thing that I like about Apple Music now is like if you find somebody that you like, they'll have like recommendations for other people or whatever. So like I just keep going and like keep looking for other songs. I'm like, dang, like I didn't even know who you were. Like, so just like vibing to music and just like letting the music speak to you or whatever.
Do you remember the first time you hit the stage?
Dang. First time I hit the stage. Probably in church, honestly. Like, I've always sung in church. When I was younger, I sung in children's choir, so had like little solos there.
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah. So, like when I was younger, this is what my parents told me. They were like, you used to come, sit on the toilet, and they were like, you would swing your legs and you would just sing songs. And I'm like, what? Who does this? Like, all weird and whatnot. But that's yeah, since I was younger.
Yeah, I wanted to know the transition because, okay, so you started off in church, and then when you caught on that stage though with Naja, you know, like, butterflies, like, what was going on?
That's a big leap, you know, church.
You got
so
to travel and stuff.
The church that I went to, like, we had like 1,000 people in the church.
So you were prepared.
Yeah, so 1,000 people. The church like does live streaming, like web, every service. So like. But to say that I'm not nervous anytime I perform, I would say that would be a lie, because it's like in the back of my head, I'm just like, I just want people to receive like my gift and like my artistry. So I think that's always on my mind, and I can't say that I'm not ever nervous, but I think what I do feel every time I perform is more or less like I'm just having fun with it. So the comfortability of my voice and like my range and stuff like that as time progresses, like I got more comfortable that way, and then just like having fun I got more comfortable with that too.
So was that a build up for you, or like did it just happen? Like you just was singing one day and somebody was like, "Oh, she can sing," just put her on stage, or like were you singing in front of aunts, uncles, teachers, friends? Like,
so that's the other thing. Like people ask me, "You sing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I sing. I'm singing for you though." So like,
we gotta get you out of that. We gotta get you.
No, it's not that I don't want to sing for people, but well, it is. I don't want to sing for people. I don't know. But I think more or less it was just like a gift. So just sing.
It's something that you like to do. Something that you're good at. Okay,
yeah.
Respectable. I got another question for you because you mentioned that you don't like just listening to anything and everything that's new. I'm gonna name a couple artists. Just say yeah or nay.
Okay.
Famous Dex.
Who the heck?
I mean nay. Kodak.
So.
Okay, explain.
Wait, just so Kodak has tunnel vision, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I can get ratchet with tunnel vision.
Okay.
So we'll do a little yay just for tunnel vision.
Okay.
Just for that.
Last one, Lil Yachty.
No, nay.
Hey, there it is. Y'all heard it.
I'm
You don't
sorry.
like it.
No, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing Lil Yachty.
Did,
He's just weird, but he's being him.
Weird.
But he's just weird. Yeah.
Now you performed that live at the Queen before, right? Did you perform there more than once?
Several times.
Okay, because I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about it closing down?
I think it's bittersweet because there's so many memories like attached to the Queen, and whether we perform like upstairs or downstairs, like on their stage, it was always an experience to be able to perform there and kind of get treated like Delaware royalty to some extent. But I think it's bittersweet because, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, dang, like every time we have some in Delaware, they take something from us, or like things in Delaware don't last and stuff like that. But to know that they're not going to just like not have an event stage there anymore, that's always like a good thing. But I think it'll be bittersweet that the Queen is not going to be there. It's not going to be the Queen.
Yeah, like, what is it going to be now?
I think it's going to be Live Nation.
Okay.
So Live Nation is taking over that or that place or whatever.
Live Nation got a lot of buzz on them.
Yeah. But I'll be interested to see if they'll still cater to like the local artists as much as the Queen did. So I don't know how that will play out.
Wow. Because they definitely took care of their own.
Yeah, for real.
You got that talent?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the Grand Opera House, they're going to be like, they appeal more to the celebrities, don't they? The
Grand Opera House?
Yeah.
I used to play piano there, like a young boy.
Okay, yeah, cause I know they have classes for people to take,
Yep.
but I'm talking about like when it comes to performances, like I know Bill Cosby was there before.
Yeah,
a couple
definitely
people.
celebrity.
So like, do you ever feel like Live Nation would do something like the Grand Opera House might do? Like in your heart, do you feel like that might happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to speak it into existence, you know what I'm saying? But I could see that happening. But I don't know. You know, anytime change happens, there's always going to be a change of how things are run and stuff like that. So we'll see. Live Nation carries it's a bigger name, so I'm sure there'll probably like be bigger expectations of like the artists that they book there. I mean, you know, stuff like that. Whereas the Queen, or I forget, World Live Cafe, they're a little bit more like, they're not as spread out as Live Nation is. So yeah, let me see.
Definitely. So in Delaware, who have you worked with, or whose music do you listen to and you figure, dang, I could put a track out with them, it could be hot, you know, like, do you keep your ear to the streets?
So people that I've worked with in Delaware, Naja.
Right, of course.
Naja, not segment. No, I've worked with Abe. That's the other person. Really, that's Abe's music. I love his music. More or less because it's similar to what I like in music. It's really like soulful and like Abe's really just singing. Like, you want to talk about penmanship, like Abe is like a whiz with the pen. Richard Raw, I haven't worked with him. Like we've done, Naja's open for him and like done some samples and stuff for him. But like, I love Richard's music. I I like the fact that he is really in tune with like his ancestry more or less, and like really in tune with like you know, just being African American or whatever that is, and you know what I'm saying, like exactly, proud to the people. I mean, but that's him. Like you can see him in the street and he's still like the same person consistently. Who else in Delaware? I don't know that I keep my ear to the street as much for Delaware's own. Maybe I need to do that.
Yeah, maybe. You know.
Sorry, Delaware's own. It's another guy that and I think he's from Delaware, A. Wood.
Yeah, A. Wood.
I just heard his music a couple weeks ago, and I was like, okay, he's decent.
Good
like,
lyricist.
Yeah.
Put nice flows in there.
Yeah, for sure. And there's another guy that that is a rapper, and I feel bad because I don't know his name. I just know that I guess his manager, Akeem, the Prince. I know people by their Instagram names. I think his name is TIN1 or something like that. I don't know the man's name. I feel bad, but I like his stuff too. So yeah.
When are you and Abe going to do a track together?
I don't know. Abe was funny because he was like, he was like, we gotta get in the studio. It's gonna be like some Chris Brown 7th Street or stuff. I'm like, stop. But I'm open to it. I don't know. Probably in the future.
Yeah, because I'm trying to tell you, when you guys were singing, like, you know, you captivated the audience, and like, if you guys made a track, I definitely would have that on repeat. You know what I mean? Like, because that's why I can't wait for you, you know, to put your tracks out. And I know you guys are gonna, you know, do a little collab.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. That's my bro.
And you said you're gonna have stuff come out this summer, or?
So hopefully sooner than later. So my birthday is May 27th. So
happy birthday!
Thank you. I put a list together. So I'm turning 25, and I put a list together of 25 things I wanted to do before I turned 25. And one of the things was record a cover, being in the studio. So. Hence why I'm in the studio. So hopefully, I'm hoping that at least one of my songs is done. I mean, you can't rush greatness, but right? It's just gonna be great. But hopefully, one of my songs will be done by my birthday, so I can release something on my birthday. So yeah.
So when you're not recording or when you're not in the studio, what do you do with your free time, or do you have your free time?
So one of my biggest things is really just about like inspiring the youth and. Like, thanks. And pouring back into the community. So I do have a nonprofit organization. It's called Project Sassy.
Okay.
And we've been on a hiatus since about like October last year, but that's more or less so that we can revamp and get things like in order. Because I have like my ultimate goal, like at the end of the day, is to have a community center for kids to come to and just be like a resource to the youth. But Project Sassy is all about instilling like confidence and just like self-esteem in young girls. So like a few of the events we did last year were catered to self-esteem. So like one was called I Love My Selfie.
Like that.
Yeah, and like we did like the Snapchat filter and had like a selfie wall. But really just like instilled in the girls, like, you know, you are what you say you are. Like, you know, we had the girls write down like 10 things that they loved about themselves. And when I tell you, like, we spent like a good hour doing this because people were struggling trying to say what they loved about themselves. Like, and I know that that's not just something that girls suffer from too. It's like, you know, everybody, if you're a human being, you suffer from that at one point or another. But like that was fun. And then we also did an etiquette 101 event. So I feel like
how to present yourself.
Well, yeah. So went through like a 3-course meal and showing them how like their place setting, like what each utensil on the table is used for and how to properly like excuse yourself from the table and stuff like that. And there's other things that I want to do, like financial literacy, and I have people who reach out that they want to do like how to get teens in the workforce and like get them jobs and stuff. So it's something that I'm really working hard on, so that we have to have a lot of my free time. Outside of that, just yeah. life.
How do you feel about what's going on in the community, like in Wilmington, like you know, when it comes to, you know, our women getting shot, our brothers killing each other, like, because I could tell that you are connected with the culture. So how do you feel about, you know, the youth and what's going on in our city today?
So I don't live in Wilmington. I live in Bear, but so I don't know what it truly feels like to be like a resident of Wilmington and have to like go through that. But as a outsider looking in, it's heartbreaking because it's like, dang, like, I'm sorry, I'm pro black people, you know? So like, just to like, yeah, right, I love it. But to see like people killing each other over dumb stuff, and not only that, it's like kids like 14.
Yeah.
Like my friend's a teacher, and she was like telling me stories about the kids that she works with, and like how like they're 13 or like in the 9th grade, 8th grade, and they already playing with guns and stuff like that. And it's like, who would have thought like you would be that young and be playing with a gun? Like, it doesn't even make sense, but that's what they are used to. That's what they see on a day-to-day basis. So it's like, it's sad because I feel like there's a lot of young parents, and the young parents are still kids themselves,
right.
And that just adds to the reason why the kids don't have a chance to actually learn right from wrong or have good values, because the parents are still learning what that is. So it's kind of like, more or less, it's like a generational curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things that it's going to affect a couple of generations until people see the value of putting back into our youth and spending time with our youth. So,
yeah. Not a lot of people are valuing that nowadays, you know?
Right.
But I want to give credit to you because you said you're not from Wilmington, but I can see that you put a lot of effort forth to try to change the way that things are.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say I appreciate you, appreciate what you're trying to do.
Thanks.
And it doesn't go unnoticed, you know.
Thanks.
Like, I know you said you're on hiatus, but just the fact that you came here, you told us that, you know, we appreciate you. Everybody's watching is gonna appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, thanks.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. I know you support community events too, so like, you know, what you guys been doing, like you, Naja, and Abe, just going out, you know, to Wilmington and entertaining the city and doing something, like you guys are doing something positive.
Yeah.
So yeah, like thank you for putting up that work, and I know you're gonna continue to do it. And you have any advice to the youth before we close out?
Before we close out, I don't know, just be you, like, just be authentic. And I know it's hard to like figure out who you are, but like, take that time to like just spend like alone time with yourself. Like, it's alright to be not social or not like what other people like. Just like what you like, and really just don't be afraid to not be with the in crowd. Because that's where I feel like a lot of kids get caught up in like trying to be.
So hard.
Yeah,
You
I work with juveniles, and I remember I was talking to this one kid, well, a couple of kids. A lot of them, like they're like you know, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like they tell me alone because they hear me listening to it. Like, oh, I like Earth, Wind, and Fire. My mom and dad listen to that and stuff like that. He said, I don't really say that though, because I don't know.
It's not cool.
Exactly.
Because
it's not cool.
And then like whenever I'm playing, you know, like, you know, a Wu-Tang Clan or, you know, an old Biggie track or old Snoop Dogg track, they like, oh yeah, I like that too, but since the in crowd like Lil Yachty and Kodak,
I gotta like that.
Yeah, they think they got,
bro,
and they feel like they're gonna get, you know, embarrassed to, you know, say it. So you're totally right.
Yeah,
you know,
That's crazy, man. Having a good music, like how are people embarrassed to like good music?
But you know what's crazy though? Like, even though like that doesn't even affect the youth though. Like I'm a manager at my job where I work, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, like, in the everyday corporate environment, there is still clickiness. Like, people will still, like, it's a crowd. They move together. People influence each other. But you gotta learn how to be under your own influence and, like, stick to your own guns and, you know, kind of not be afraid to be that lone wolf within reason, right? But just, like, really just have your own set of values that you follow and you live out, so.
Nice. Thank you.
We give a shout out real quick to say shout out to Oz Will or Aussie Oz.
Oh, shout out to Aussie Oz, AU,
ZZIE.
ZZIE.
Follow on Instagram, AUZZ with 3 underscores. You know, you want to tell them follow you.
Follow me on the gram, y'all. Say no. Instagram _ Cecelia J _ Yep.
Like
and
it.
check out Project Sassy.
You heard it. Project Sassy. Like, subscribe, all that.
We out.
We out. That was good. That was good. You ran that joint. You definitely ran that shit.